What up, music world, music kids out there? I am back for another album review, and it is Nappy Roots with their Another 40 Acres. So let's take it back, like when I was still in high school. I think I was. I don't know. Yeah, I was. To there was watermelon chicken and grits, and let's fly up to uh the 40 acres project, and now we have another 40 acres project. All them having a concert on the waterfront in Louisville, Kentucky. I don't know what the lineup was, who was with them, but I remember going to their concert, and afterwards, it was me and my cousins and friends. And afterwards, they kind of stuck around and hung out with whoever was still there. Because that's the type of, at that time, like, that really cool, down to earth people. But, anyways, they just sat and not sat down, but everybody just kind of standing around, and they was talking to everybody. Um, I believe my cousin, um, she knew someone that Big V knew, like family out in Radcliffe, Kentucky. I believe there was he had like they had like family. They was either related somehow, or my friend who had family out that way, Big V knew who they were talking about. So they had mutual family or friends or whatever, what have you, going on. But that was just like a little story there of the kind of people they are, because it goes beyond artists with them. And with Nappy Roots, they're the kind of group that came out just being themselves. They didn't try to be, the cool dudes on the rap scene, and they didn't try to sound like other people just to be trending or be the buzz of the music industry. They've always just been themselves. Nappy Roots, country, down to earth, homegrown. Like that's like their style. They've never like strayed away from that. With that being said, now that they have another 40 acres, and what's crazy is their album artwork, because on the 40 acres project it has like a rooster with the afro on it, and with this album it has like a pig with an afro on it. So it's so it is so them like a mix of country and who they are. They kind of putting a spin on it. But anyways, let's get into this album. I know there was a lot of talk about the single Yelp. I mean, not the single, but the song Yelp. And I believe they said that was like the main song that everybody liked. And I get it, like, because this is a totally different generation. They go by what's trending, what song has like the bass, the beat, what can I rock to and nod my head to. I don't think people really listen to what's being said, or I don't know. I just, because when I saw that, because I found them on social media, they was like asking what's your favorite song on the whole album, which is hard because I can play the whole album through and not skip nothing because it's just that good. But they said Yelp. Everybody was liking that song. I'm like, there's other, like, y'all not lit. And I get it because it's more upbeat, up tempo, kind of, let loose type of song vibe out. It's not too serious. It's not, it's just the right song, a feel good song, kick back, relax to. But I'm gonna get into the songs that, I, kind of liked. So of course the album starts off crazy with Superstar. That I believe that track is more. Um, they took superstars definition and kind of made it into their own. Uh, it's definitely touching on how people of color are being treated uh, in society with the police, and just how society views people of color, and I mean it's a song. This album is for everybody because Nappy Roots, if you've been to one of their concerts before, you see an array of different people. Like their fan base is very like cultured. It's everybody. You see everybody there. It's not just just black people. It's okay for artists to speak on what's going on with their people like us, people of color, but also not leave out everybody else. Like they make sure they still include songs that everybody can relate to. But anyway, Sunshine, that's Superstar. I don't know where I got Sunshine, but Superstar, that's basically what that song is about to me. They kind of flipped Superstar around and made it into their own, saying, yes, this is how society views us. They always, knocking us down and making us out to be these villains on the news and social media. But we still keep pushing. We still keep moving. We still good people. Like there's a lot of success. There's a lot of as black people, we've come a long way from back in the day up till now. Like we have more opportunities. There's still hurdles that we deal with, but there's a lot more opportunity than there was back, when our ancestors and our grandparents, that generation was growing up. So I think that's what Superstar is more about, like focusing on what's going on in today's society with people of color and with all people, and just turning that around and not really focusing or caring what society or media has to say about us. Just, continue to do you no matter what they say. So I think that's what that song was about. Looking Grown, that's, more of them seeing the changes that they are going through as a group, and what it used to be then up to now. Their kids are getting older. Just reflecting on the past and present, like the growth, basically. And lots, that's a little bit more relatable because if you have been to Louisville, Kentucky, or you live there now, you know that way back, I don't know, like late 90s, early 2000s, probably before then, it took me back to when the clubs let out. Then you had the after parties, and then people would go to White Castles, and then this chicken spot called Indies, and post up in your car. Music be playing, everybody just be chilling, having a good time. You chop it up with folks. People hollering at other people, trying to get at each other or what have you. But it took me back to those days, like when you didn't have to be too concerned about, something. I mean, it was, you still have to be cautious no matter where you're at. But back in that time, I'm talking like I'm like so old right now. But back in that time, it was more chill. Like you had fun. Everybody hung out and just had a good time. And, it wasn't all of this, social media and everything going on. But that's what that song reminds me of. And then the Void song, that's more talking about like whatever you do to get away and to get your mind off of the troubles and the stress of the world. that's basically what that song's about. Just whatever helps you release that anxiety or stress that you have. Um, that's it. That's what that song's about. Like whatever it is that you love to do, or something that helps you get through the day or the week or the month or whatever time frame you're dealing with something that's stressful or depressing. That's basically what that song's about. And then the next song, I love this song, Grateful. Whatever you're going through or have to go through, it doesn't matter. Like, just keep pushing, keep doing what you want to do, not what you want to do, but as far as your goals and dreams, keep pushing through it. And just be grateful for each day. That's kind of what I got out of that song. Very inspirational and a motivation to help people just feel that hey, you done had these stumbles in life, and especially their group, like because I know they talk about it a lot in their previous albums up to now, how it's been a long journey, a long road to get to where they are now, and they still and that's that's something else that I was thinking about too. The song was just basically stating like it's never over, even when you feel that you're at some level of success. The journey's not ending. You still have to push forward through adversity and certain situations. It's never over. You still have to, and I think that's like a mistake some artists make. They get too comfortable. They feel like, oh, well, we good. We got this buzz and stuff like that. No, like you look at them, Nappy Roots from '02 up to now, like over a decade. They've been at this. So the hustle don't stop. The grind doesn't stop. Just because you feel like you've met some level of success, that doesn't mean get comfortable or let's see what's trending now. Let's see who's doing what, and let's see if we can get compared to them. No, like continue to do you, continue to stay in your lane and do what you need to do to keep your dream alive, keep your passion, keep that motivation for your passion. So, and Peepo, I looked over that. Peepo, that's another song that I like. This is my interpretation of what Peepo means. Basically, taking Peepo as a metaphor with saying like people, like watch who you surround yourself with. Watch, out for backstabbing people, envious people. When you look, I hope the majority of you, when somebody's knocking on your door, or what have you, you looking through your peephole to see who that is. Like you observing like who's on the other side of the door before you let them in. And that's basically how they, I'm taking like people, like look out for people who you let in. Like watch out, see what their motives are. Like, what are they doing to better themselves? Or are they just sticking around, hanging around, not doing that, just watching you do you? So that's basically what I took from it. I don't know how I skipped that, but that's like one of my favorite tracks. Grateful, Peepos. I Don't Care. I love that song. Very like, say something about me. Like, I don't care. Oh, you don't like what I just said? I don't care. My opinion is not up for debate. That's the type of mood you get when you listen to I Don't Care track. But that's another one of my favorites. And it ain't far in Concrete Pavement. Those are a little bit more like them kind of, I call them groupie diaries. Like, that's what I call some songs like that, where it's more talking about how these rappers run into these certain females who they just want to kick it with and do whatever you want to do. That's what I call like groupie diaries. Like, yeah, comment below if you been down with Nappy Roots since day one, or maybe you just now finding out about them because you weren't born around that era. But it don't matter if you check the album out. Comment below and tell me what you think about them. What's your favorite tracks? And I appreciate y'all for watching. And like always, can we love a little bit more out there? All this hate going on, can we love a little bit more and less hate? But I appreciate y'all for watching again. Peace. Holla at y'all later. Bye.